Okay. Well, this is episode what? How many times have we done this? 10 of Honor Mode. We're in the Underdark. Just got done messing around some panels. Have a little bit of back and forth, a little bit of debate. Now we're gonna do some Baldur's Gate 3 and see if we can survive the Underdark and not lose the run. I do think that at this point though, especially with the build that I have, we've kind of come online with the party, and most general fights aren't going to be. I don't see them being a problem as long as we're careful. There's some hard fights coming up though. There's the ones with the Grinch people, the uh, the Githyanki. We have some of those that are they can be kind of rough. Um, but other than that, I think really the only thing that we have to kind of be careful of is the big boss fights, the big baddies, the big cojones, the big chiefs. I think that's really the only thing we really got to worry about. So let me just change something here. Save changes. There we go. All right, cool. Yeah, we just talked to the. Oh, actually, That's right. We lost connection.
I applaud your taste.
Sadly, we were in the middle of getting Gale to use the stone on the book. On the book. So let's do that. See if he doesn't go crazy.
Tight with no visible keyhole. Only an oval recess in the cover's mouth. You try to examine the book, but the longer you stare, the more those piercing
yeah, I'm sure there's
eyes draw you in.
real wholesome stories in that book.
Similar books in Wizards.
Curious. Why don't you take a closer look? I'll observe from back
Don't
here.
don't do it, Gale.
Don't open the creepy book.
He's gonna open it. It's just gonna be the like Communist Manifesto or something, or it's gonna be Feminism Talking Points 101. Place the amethyst in the socket. Now open the book. Karlach doesn't like that.
The book's pull is irresistible. You feel bettered for having opened it. Suddenly you are capable of anything. Felling mountains, darkening suns, conversing with the dead. Glyphs shift gently before your eyes.
Sweet.
Words slip into your mind, onto your lips, forming words you don't understand. And something is trying to reply.
1 second. Got something in here. Let me check this. Well, well, well. Well, well, well. Well, well, well. If it isn't a man in the comfort of his own home. Yes. That's what I'm doing. I just started this up where I left off. Got disconnected. I just got off a debate panel. And I'm gonna do this a little bit to wrap the night up. See how far I can get. But right now, my Inquisitor Gale, I made him open a book of forbidden knowledge. It's probably filled with, like, you know, communist writing and feminist talking points. It's probably gonna make him go crazy. That's what we're doing right now. Turn the page, weary of any arcane tricks. Yes, Gale, be weary of any tricks of the propaganda type. Oh, that's an easy. That's easy. 5. There's no way I can't. There's no way I can lose this. Re-examination. Remember how I was telling you my position on Jim Bob? Well, I made a stream about him, and we may be off to the races. What does that mean? What do you mean by that? What are you implying, sir? Why is it asking me for... Alright, take that. You can have the potion. Ooh, 11. I passed.
The symbols move aggressively, probing your mental defenses. But you hold strong.
Yes, hold strong, Gale. Drop a link, or shall I pop in Discord? Yeah, give me a second. I'll drop a link for you. Saving throw, turn another page. Oh, that's much higher than 5. Will this actually do anything? Wait, why is this not... This is wisdom. Why doesn't she do her thing? Okay, I don't know why Shadowheart doesn't... Help me. Help me! She has her freaking, what do you call it? The whole, where is the... Copy invite link? Like Shadowheart, she has the thing, the attributes bonus thing. Give me advantage on, like, wisdom. I don't understand why she's not giving me the option. I swear, she only offers it when she feels like it. Alright, re-exam... Rex. Alright, Rexy. There you go, bud. Sorry, I didn't mean to call you Rexy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, see? Yeah, see? Yeah, man, you know, the thing. You know, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Oh, man, actually, Rex, have you seen the, have you seen the Biden compilation? I know he's gone. I know it's like, you know, he's out of office. He's kind of like a far distant memory for a lot of people. But every once in a while, I like to go back to that video and watch it. It's pretty good. Maybe we'll watch that. Maybe we'll watch it when you come up if you haven't seen it yet. It's definitely worth it. You have to see it at least once in your life. At least once. Oh, okay. I forgot to add your stage.
And here we are.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta fix this. How are we gonna do this? We'll do it like this. There we go. Now we're over here.
Is that good for you?
Yeah, there we go. Now we can see you.
Do you hear an echo or no?
I hear no echo. You sound loud and clear.
Good. Okay, the echo is minimal on my part.
Okay.
Yeah, so Biden is a distant memory for us. What do you think Biden's memories of us are? The American people.
I don't
I am shocked that
kinda
man's
sad.
still alive.
It's kind of sad, but I don't think he has memories of us anymore. Like, I'd be surprised if he does, if I'm being honest.
You know, one of these days, Ben Shapiro and all the people on the left and myself are going to feel really bad for all the age jokes we gave once he does finally go. So I should probably minimize the age jokes.
You start landing the plane, start tapering off a little bit, that way, gracefully.
Just distance myself enough from the unfortunate dates until that happens.
Right, yeah.
Because, you know, I have no ill wishes against the man, but I deeply disagree with his politics, as you know. Speaking of deep disagreements,
I think so. Look, I'm just my opinion of him. Yeah, I deeply disagree with him too. But honestly, the whole thing where he was walking around like a Roomba, I blame everyone around him. I blame his like handlers, and I blame them for being just deeply immoral people who had no problem basically putting a guy up there who didn't know his own name almost. And just use him for whatever they wanted. That's what I blame.
They treat him like a trained circus bear. You know,
yeah. It's like Weekend at Bernie's, man. It's like crazy.
Yeah. It's lame. Okay, so
yeah, what's this Jim Bob thing you're talking about, man?
Okay, so Jim Bob was going to go on a debate with a guy named Aiden Linden, who was the guy I debated on slavery. So you remember that guy. And
I do, yes.
Yeah, so Speakeasy was reaching out, trying to see if they could get together on debate, and they couldn't agree on the terms. And I think that there was missteps on both sides, on Aiden's side, and you know, yeah, it's a muddled thing. I kind of wish they would debate. I think they could debate if they did naturalism versus supernaturalism, because I think both Jim Bob and Aiden would agree to that. But my thing was, I had criticized Jim Bob for what I would characterize as poisoning the well in a certain debate where most of the opening statement, Jim Bob just stuck straight to his arguments. But there was a part where he said that my opponent will run away from explaining or answering these questions, right? And so if you're saying that, I would say that you are accusing your opponent. The echo is like really messing with me. But I would say if you're accusing your opponent of
if you have my live stream up and this, just mute the live stream.
I don't think I do. For some reason I got some echo going on.
Huh.
I didn't have that during my stream.
Yeah, I don't hear any echo at all.
Yeah.
You can hear yourself?
I can hear myself like half a second after. I don't know why. I'm usually pretty good about this.
Yeah, I don't hear myself, and all I hear is you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I don't know what it is.
Let me bring up my stream real quick and watch it and see if I hear like anything.
I don't see anybody in the chat who could tell me otherwise.
See if I hear like anything.
I don't see anybody in the chat who could tell me otherwise. No echo in the stream, huh?
Actually, I think there might be somehow. Wait, keep talking.
Are you using native audio to record, like native to your computer?
What do you mean native?
So whatever overall audio the computer has, it's kind of like, how do I put this? Instead of like recording a particular tab, how it might record the entire monitor. And that's the difference between recording all the audio as opposed to like specific audio input. Hey, I think it's gone now. Now we're good. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, no more echo. We're good now.
It's the way that the presentation is working. So let me see.
Oh.
Let me try this. Let me remove.
Does it conflict with the video game?
Yes, the video game thing. But let me just remove it and do, because yesterday wasn't doing that.
Am I interrupting your game?
But I was doing. No, you're fine. We can chat. Well, I'm gonna do a screen. Now tell me if it comes back when I add this.
It does. Yeah.
Huh. So then how are you supposed to share anything and have a guest on inside Streamlabs and hear the audio.
Streamlabs or StreamYard? Oh, now it's good. It's good. We're good. Something happened. Now we're good.
Well, I have it muted. What about now?
You mean you have the game muted?
No, yeah, I had the game muted.
Yeah, I think having the game muted would be the difference, unfortunately. At least as far as I can tell. Because I'm trying things on my end, and nothing has changed from me.
But this is interesting because I don't understand how you're supposed to have a stream with someone up and share something if there's an echo. I wonder
if the game's still muted.
Yeah, I just muted it until I can try to think of a way around this. Yeah, that's odd. I don't know. So, because I'm hearing. Oh wait, I think I might understand this in my head. You're talking, and I hear you.
Yeah.
But the game is also it's projecting the audio of my desktop, which also has your voice, but not my voice. And so you're listening. And so you're listening to. You're in StreamYards and you're listening to my voice and the stream, which has the audio of yourself and the game, which the game is just my desktop, and my desktop has your audio.
Got it. So you're hearing it through both StreamYard and through desktop, which doubles it up.
I think that's what's going on, but I don't know how you would stop that.
Is there a way to have two audio inputs where instead of drawing it from your desktop, you can draw one audio from my input and then draw another audio from the game in OBS or StreamYard or whatever you're doing? Like you can
OBS OBS. All OBS is doing is for my camera. That's all it's for. Camera and my desktop. Mic. Yeah. Yeah, it's just OBS and my camera.
Got it. That's weird. We never had this trouble before.
Because
we streamed last night or 2 nights ago?
Yes. And I was doing that. Maybe I didn't have the audio in the game. I didn't go back and check that. I'm pretty sure I did though.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did too, because we were talking over it, especially when we were talking like that dancing sword tornado thing. Like I remember a lot of noise going on there when we were trying to talk towards that, and then we had to pause the game to get to other stuff.
I don't know, but anyway, let's chat. So about your Jim Bob thing.
Yeah, so he says that he's going to present questions. This is in the opening statement portion of is evolution supported by the evidence, and Jim Bob says that these are. Let me go back and quote it verbatim. Let's see. He says that his opponent will ultimately run from explaining some questions that he's going to bring up in the debate. And I had made an off-the-cuff comment about him poisoning the well. Now, is it like the most egregious version of poisoning the well ever? No, I think it's more of a subtle version of poisoning the well, but I think it qualifies all the same, because what you're saying is your opponent he says ultimately is making it a certainty claim. And he's also making a claim about the person when you're running away. That means you're either dishonest or cowardly or both. And he on his stream, said I was a backbiter, even though for a long time I've been on his case for different things, either on X or on YouTube. Backbiter, as if I was like a traitor to his cause. Now, again, there are a lot of significant things I disagree with him on. A lot of it being, the race stuff and the J stuff, things like that. And so today I just, did that, and I wanted to let you know because, I've let a lot of the atheist associates, I guess you would say, or people that are in my circle, they were on the stream and they were all on board for me doing that. But as soon as I get to like my debates against atheists, then they start jumping on me in the chat about atheism and Christianity. But anyway, I just want to let you know that it was like, they're like, hey, tag Jim Bob into it. I was like, all right, so here we go. Jim Bob is tagged. The die is cast. We'll see how it goes. But yeah,
I mean, are you expecting some sort of like debate from this or something maybe with him?
I'm not expecting. I don't know what to expect because he wouldn't. He said that Aiden doesn't have any leverage in the debate community, and I have even less subscribers than Aiden. So he could either just not give me the time of day, or he could just do a stream. It was interesting that Aiden, like, he did a stream about Aiden because Aiden's got 103 subscribers, and he did a still stream about him. It might be just content.
I don't know, because if you look at how to put this, like if you look at, like, you know, Rob Noor, Andrew, Jim Bob, I don't want to say they're cut from the same cloth, but I mean, I feel like those guys have a history of, they just love debate. So if you want to debate and you seem like you're worth the time, I've seen them go after, like, it doesn't seem to matter in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But I am so your critique, though, let's chat about this because I'm interested. Your critique on his opening, his start was that he in the middle of it, he claimed that the guy was going to run from his questions.
Right. He said will ultimately run. I can give you the clip actually if you want.
Yeah. Let's, we can watch if you want to share.
This is a clip. Obviously, I can give you the link to the full debate as well. But yeah, I should probably go to bed at some point. But I'm going to drop the clip in your Discord. Oh, come on. There we go.
Emmett's replying to me. I need to reply back to him. We had a nice little fun thing
tag
earlier,
team,
on a panel, and this guy made a claim that about me and this other guy, actually me and like two other guys got into it back and forth, and I ended up like making some pretty good points, and the guy claimed that I said something and I said it didn't. I told him to go run it back, and I said, you're a liar. So let's run it back and review it. And we ran it back and it said exactly as I said. It's pretty funny.
So pretty real in time debunking of your opponent.
Yeah, that was funny. That's one, I haven't done that in a while, where like that was pretty funny. Probably have to go clip that. Okay.
Reminds me of the time.
Why is it not loading? Sorry, go ahead.
But you got it, right?
Yeah, I got it. I'm trying to get to load here. There we go.
It's a clip. It should be easy.
So yeah, it just was being weird. Okay, let me share. Let's do this. Debate evolution. All right. So let's see what we got here. Let's see this.
It's also important to note that models do not establish or explain the actual physical processes that my opponent will ultimately run from explaining. An explanatory description of this process called evolution is absolutely necessary.
Yeah, so that's the moment right there.
Okay, so it was
processes that my opponent models do not establish or explain the actual physical processes that my opponent
models do not explain the physical processes
will ultimately run from
that my opponent will ultimately run from explaining. Okay.
Right. So my contention is that to say that somebody's running from something is to say that they are either cowardly, dishonest, or both in the engagement. Mm-hmm. So I made an offhand comment, which I didn't put a ton of weight in. I was just riffing. But at the same time, I stand by it that would be poisoning the well. Now, here's the interesting part. You'd think if Jim Bob was saying that, no, it's not poisoning the well, here's where the structure of poisoning the well is, and here's where yours differs, and therefore yours is wrong. But you know what he does is he compares it to any claims about any future things that your opponent will do, including good things. If he says that, based on my logic, if you claim that your opponent will do well or have good arguments, then that's also poisoning the well based on my logic. But that's not what poisoning means. Poisoning the well is about casting shade on the character of your opponent for something that you've not actually established as happening in the debate, or as some kind of ad hominem form to cast aspersions or cast shadows before a thing has actually happened. So
I just wanted to get the I pulled up the poisoning the well definition just to make sure I know generally, and what you were saying sounded right, but I just wanted to see if there was, because you know how you have certain fallacies where, like, okay, so one that people like throw out is the ad hominem, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, if I call you a name, like if I call you a retard, and then I don't say anything else, that's an ad hominem.
But the ad hominem is saying to debunk my argument because I'm whatever.
Right. But if I give an argument, like a counter, and then I say at the end, retard, it's technically not an ad hominem, right? So I was wondering if it was, I was wondering if it was something along those lines with poison the well. But it seems, in this fallacy, unfavorable fact, opinion, or association is introduced before the opponent's statement with the intent to make their claims seem less credible or to discourage them from speaking at all. The structure is presented negative information about the person or position, conclude that their upcoming statement will therefore be false or untrustworthy. Example, before you listen to my opponent, may I remind you that he he has been in jail, therefore his claims will be false. Okay.
Yeah. So I've looked it up too, just to make sure. And it seems like a lot of the examples they give are, my opponent is a doo-doo head, therefore you shouldn't listen to anything he has to say. But I would argue that this is just a more subtle form of it, but still poisoning the well all the same. My opponent will run from something. And it's similar to like low energy Jeb, where he puts them in this immediate optics trap. And even Jim Bob, if you watch the original footage, heck, I could get you to the original video where he says it's optics.
Optics. Oh, okay. That's what he thought. That's what he said it was.
Yes.
There is something to be said about, like, I don't know, if you have an opponent.
Yeah.
I got a few thoughts about this, right? Because this guy's an evolution guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and maybe this is just my tendency to lean towards more blood sport, like debate style. I'm not inclined to be nice to the evolutionary argument, right? Or the abortion argument, or XYZ, right? I especially considering that for so long these arguments seems to have been dominated online without a really good Christian debate presence, and now they're getting like a lot of pushback. I guess I don't have a lot of sympathy for these arguments, especially for things like abortion.
No, I agree.
But,
I'm just saying. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I should shut up. I talk too much.
No, you're good. I'm gonna try not to like ramble too much, but I guess what I'm trying to get at is that in Bloodsport, if I can predict what someone's going to do, if I know the person and then I call it out, you can make an argument for it might be poison the well, but if it's true, if it actually is, then I think that would be good optics, and I think that would knock their legs out from under them. And
I think both can be true at the same time, that it can be poisoning the well and eventually prove itself to be true. But to say it will inevitably happen is to give certainty to the audience and to characterize it as running away. Like, for example, that's kind of the retreat I would say he uses. It means, any prediction is poisoning the well then. No, it's not any prediction being poisoning the well. It has to necessarily cast aspersions about his character. So if you're going to say he's running away, you're saying he's either a coward or dishonest or both. And I actually dropped the link with the timestamp to his actual stream in your Discord if you want to pick up where he was going off on me.
So he actually, okay.
Oh yeah.
You had a little exchange with you or something, or
yeah. In fact, I showed Eli Nix a screenshot from Breakfast Tacos, I'm sure.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
so I showed a screenshot where both me and Jim Bob were at Eli Nix versus Kurt debate in the chat. We were both debating atheists at the same time, and he gives me a sort of kudos by responding to one of my rebuttals to an atheist and says 100%, which, we were both doing pre-sup at the time, so he's going to concur. But yeah, I have issue. I went on to the larger issues later on, which had to do with race, then a little bit about the perspicuity, aka readability of scripture. Go to the 4-hour mark exactly. There should have been a timestamp.
His opening, his opening theme song is so funny.
It's very, very trippy.
Well, it just sounds like someone going to say me over and over again.
Yeah. Wow.
Me.
Back up to 40000.
Interested by the because, like I pointed
out, fossils. You literally have a name for them. He's like, there's not even a single example. There's not a single example. Of course there are.
So he doesn't even give the dates there,
Re-examination makes a very good point here. He says, I will say for someone who...
Wait, who's talking right now?
That's Aiden. So he is reviewing Aiden's stream.
Wait, how are we viewing?
So
he's viewing this playing.
Correct.
And we're viewing him.
This is
Viewception.
Viewception. Yes.
Okay. All right. I was trying to understand where the hell is, because I knew it's from his channel, so that's why I had some confusion there.
He disagrees with me about predestination. Jim Bob does poison the well in deterministic language. Yeah, of course he does.
What are you talking about? Re-examination?
Wait. I will say, for someone who disagrees with me about predestination, Jim Bob does poison the well with deterministic language. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm saying when he says
be a little cheeky there. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Well, that's why it's like it's not even like the biggest deal in the world, but the way Jim Bob takes it is like a betrayal. It's like, but I've criticized you in the past, so I don't know what the surprise is about. And then people in the chat there was one woman in the chat who said I should eat dirt, snake, things like that, just vicious stuff, because I make this offhand comment about him saying will inevitably run away, right? Or whatever. It was like it was not a contingent. It was not a what's the word? It was not an indefinite. It was like absolute language. Like, this is going to happen. My opponent will avoid questions, will not answer questions, will cower away from questions, things like that. Now he goes on for a bit on me.
Let me ask you this though, before we're gonna move on. I want to listen to the rest, but I'm just curious. I mean, do you think he's like really? Do you think he's really upset? Do you think he's really mad?
I mean, he made a whole stream about Aiden. I mean, well, then again, Aiden was more involved. Do you think he's gonna be? Do you think he's really upset? Well, how about you play the rest and you tell me?
Okay. Fair.
Are you still in the chat, you little weasel? You little backbiting little goblin? Where are you?
Backbiting goblin. Why is all his insults like almost D&D themed? I don't understand.
Poison the well? What are you talking about? Where did I poison the well at all? You guys suck, dude. You're in trouble next time, re-examination show.
See, I'm in trouble.
You're in trouble.
Sucking up to this little freaking nerd? What are you doing?
Because like I pointed out earlier, if he was actually interested in talking ideas, by the way, hey Robin, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well so far. But yeah, if he really was interested in serious intellectual dialogue, he wouldn't be doing that shit that we called out earlier. He wouldn't be having to presuppose all this shit about his opponent. And Mod wouldn't have to be coming to his defense saying that, it's all just for entertainment, because if it really was for entertainment, isn't there like a whole open dialogue section where he can call him out for running him away? Like,
I agree, but it still counts.
It's called optics. If I could predict what my opponent's going to do, he could do that too in his opener. I bet they don't critique his opener and say, what my opponent's going to do, nar.
Well, that's the thing. That's just mutually assured poisoning the well in that case. But it's let's say it's a debate tactic, which I'm fully willing to grant that it's a debate tactic. It still counts as poisoning the well. There can be things in blood sport or like street basketball, right? It's like that just because it's like street basketball doesn't mean when I elbow you, it doesn't count as elbowing you, right? So if it fits the definition of casting aspersions about your opponent's character before they have a chance to even do it, because this was still in the opening statement portion, right? So the evolutionist did his opening statement, and then Jim Bob does his opening statement. The vast majority of Jim Bob's opening statement is really good, really tight, really logical. I made an offhand comment about one thing that I believe was legit that I could criticize lightly, and then throw in some something about determinism, and then that was just me riffing, right? But yeah, I still stand by it. I made a stream about it.
Let me ask you a different scenario. So I had a debate once where I debated the red pill, right?
Yeah.
And in my opening statement, I got to go first, and I basically one of my goals approaching that was to defang as much positive as I could about red pill. So I came out and I said, my opponent is going to tell us, more likely going to tell us about all the positives of red pill. And I listed them. And I listed them and I said, I actually agree with the descriptors. They are accurate. However, my problem comes through the prescription, which I think my opponent will have a problem with. And it was something along those lines, right?
Yep.
Would you count that as poisoning the well?
No, because you have not made aspersions about his character. You've not thrown shade upon what he's going to do with implications to the kind of person he is on some kind of credibility or moral level to that. So when you say, here's what I predict my opponent will do based upon his positions, that's still a morally neutral realm that you're going into. You're not telling the audience that your opponent is going to do something because they're a coward or dishonest. What you've done is you said, I've recognized the model of their logic. Here are the pressure points, and here are the things that I think he's going to have trouble with. I mean, it's when you say think, that's contingent. You're also not claiming certainty about their moral failures that are going to happen in the future inevitably.
So you would say it's a fallacy.
I think
Poison the well is a fallacy, right?
Yeah, so the examples I give for poisoning the well when you put it into Google would be a fallacy, but I think the part that makes it poisoning the well as opposed to a plain ad hominem is to characterize your opponent with like morally subpar ideas, like morally subpar tendencies or language. My opponent is going to is going to run away, right? So if he said my opponent's arguments will fail, then he's not attacking the person personally. Even if he said that my opponent's arguments are going to fail, he's attacking the arguments without attacking the person. Does that make sense? But if I say he's going to run away, then I'm making a judgment claim about his character. I'm making a judgment claim about the choices he makes when faced with tough questions. So, because if I said when my opponent faces tough questions, he's going to be open and honest and say, well, science doesn't have an answer for that, or, I don't know, let me get back to you, or that's a good point. That wouldn't be poisoning the well. The poisoning has to do with corruption, right? So I'm going to try and corrupt the opponent in the audience's mind by saying that they're going to run away.
Did he say, okay, wait, let me 1 second. Explain. So he is making a declarative statement on the opponent's actions around the argument, not the argument itself. Because if he would have said I don't know.
Even if
if the verbiage was different, like he's gonna have to run away from it because there's no logical or something like that, right? It would there could be a way to say the argument you have to run away without necessarily attributing it to.
So if you say you have to run away, what you're declaring is the strength of your argument and the weakness of the person's position. But to say that a person is going to run away from an argument is an assessment of the person and what they're going to do when faced with tough questions.
But poison well, but I guess get back to my other point. Poison well is a fallacy, though, right? I mean, definitionally.
Yeah. Okay. I think the thing I had trouble with is I just had to take a second to re-examine, make sure that, because yes, poisoning the well in and of itself is a fallacy. You're relying, and in this case, you're relying on your future prediction to characterize, because if you say inevitably, right, instead of like something conditional or contingent or indefinite, that would be more defensible. But he's saying that it will happen of a certainty.
Yeah, I guess my take on it is I don't know. I guess I don't really see anything wrong with it. I'll be honest with you. Like I don't really see anything wrong with it. And I could just fall back to the fallacy. Right?
Oh, I'm not. But I agree with Jim Bob's position. Right.
No, I'm saying in a vacuum, like remove the debate from like just the opening. You could say yes, poison was a fallacy, but then it's like, well, there's also the fallacy. Just because someone has a fallacy in their argumentation does not mean their argumentation is false. And his argumentation in the opening is that the guy will run away. And if I don't know if I might have seen clips of this debate. I don't remember this one off the top of my head, but if I had to guess, it's an evolution guy. Every evolution guy I see that debates Jim Bob, ultimately they do tend to run away. So, but once again, I guess that's more of my like proclivity towards just being more blood sport about it. But I understand.
I can even agree to
I understand we have two different takes on that, right?
Yeah. Well, I can even agree to that most people who face Jim Bob in evolution do run away. Then I'm making a statement that's measurable about a trend without attacking a person's character, saying that they are going to do it. Now, again, I can't, to be perfectly honest, I can't even tell you. I've watched clips of his debates. I have not watched all of his debates to say what all of his opponents have done or how they've dealt with some.
No, neither have I. Yeah, and I've just seen a lot of evolution debates.
Right. So
it's kind of his specialty, actually.
It is. Yeah. I just highly object to his language and engagement on the Jays and that kind of stuff. And here's the thing. I looked back at the video and I had made claims in a previous stream that he was promoting Nick Fuentes. And he, at the 24-minute mark on a video he had on Nick Fuentes, says he's not a fan of Nick Fuentes. But the weird part is he follows it up with saying that Nick Fuentes is the Carson Daly of politics, which makes me think that he's saying he's boring and milk. You know who Carson Daly is?
I think so.
Yeah.
Carson
Daly.
That sounds really familiar.
Yeah, so back in the 90s, early 2000s, there was late night TV. You had Jay Leno, and then Conan O'Brien, and then Carson Daly.
Oh God, this guy. Okay,
right,
yeah,
right. So I've seen Last Call with Carson Daly, and it is like so depressing. Like there's nothing worse than bad comedy. So Jim Bob, as far as I can tell, he didn't clarify what he meant by the Carson Daly and of politics. But what comes to mind for me is just very milquetoast, just there. Bland. And I would say Nick Fuentes, you could accuse of many things, but bland is not one of them. He has extremely, if you want to call him hot, I would say horrendous takes, but you can call them hot takes if you want.
Yeah. So
I would say it's kind of. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look at like his statements on Nick, and comparing it to Carson Daly, it's not. I don't say that's very favorable. So I don't know.
No, but it's minimizing the evil of Nick Fuentes, I would say.
Oh, I see. You're saying it's minimizing. Well,
right. So there are ways to criticize somebody for not being bad enough, and I think there was a stream called Flip Flop Fuentes made by Jim Bob, but I think it's behind the paywall now, so I can't check it out. But anyway,
maybe yeah. Well, I'm not gonna comment anymore because I don't know the comments on Nick Fuentes. I don't really I don't know if I've ever heard him comment on Nick Fuentes or I've heard him make jokes, like I've heard him make jokes about Candy Owens and Nick Fuentes before, but
Yeah.
But okay, let's see if let's see what else he has to say. Let's see if he has any more goblin.
Yeah. Goblin lines.
tags. I've thought about that. Like, I'm kind of jealous that he uses goblin. Like, because I was like, man, I should have thought of that. Like that's perfect. Like, you know, I'm into D&D. I could use that. But now if I use it, it's like, oh, I'm just copying Jim Bob.
If that is indeed going to happen,
Yeah, thirsty little monster. Thirsty little
then
kid.
wouldn't it be better to illustrate that when it happens so that it's not?
No, predicting it has the effect. What is wrong with you people? Predicting what your opponent's going to do and they do it and it's a failure is optically awesome for debate.
Even deniable.
Well, here's the thing: predicting what they're going to do and it's a failure.
Yeah.
He predicted he was going to run away. He didn't predict that the running away was going to fail. He predicted that they're going to run away,
well, I also look at it slightly different too. Like, yes, it's a debate tactic, and if they run away, then you get the win. But also, one other thing it does is if you set the narrative early about what the opponent's going to do, and they're aware that you set that, it might push them to not do that. And if they don't do that, and they actually have to face it, and they actually, you know, will kind of stand on their ground and give you actual answers, then you win too, because then the debate's better.
I agree that is an effective tactic.
Yeah. So I don't know. So you just don't. Okay. So all right. I'm gonna say something here. Don't take it the wrong way. Okay. Don't take it the wrong way.
Here it comes.
Is this just tone policing, bro?
Tone policing? No, I specified what he did. I qualified it with definitions.
I know, but like,
I think tone policing. How is it tone policing?
What is your definition of tone policing?
So my understanding of tone policing is just like pearl clutching about how a person said instead of what they said, but I'm criticizing what he said.
Oh, okay. Well, my I guess maybe we have different views on that. My understanding of tone policing is more of like not only what they said, but how they said it. Like, you could say it differently. Like, you know, like, actually, we had this. This came up on Confluence's panel where we were talking about relationships and stuff, and it was like, if a husband's like, "Go make me a sandwich," you know, or something like that, and somebody on the panel was like, "That's completely disrespectful. You should never do that." And blah 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 blah. And it's like, well, what if they, you know, what if that's completely fine? What if you ask the wife and she's like, you know, she's okay with it? It's like, who decides what's rude or not? Who decides what's out of bounds in their relationship? You know, and we kind of talked over that. So that, I guess that's where my understanding of tone policing is. It's the way you say it and what you say. But your take is if it's the how you say it, not what you say.
Well, because every time people criticize people for tone policing, they say, look at the content and not the tone. So it's the what and not the how. Every time I hear about people saying you're tone policing, which, I mean, if that's true, then there are verses saying things like bless and do not curse, and, you know, the life and death are in the power of the tongue, and all those sorts of things. But we're not going to get into that tonight.
I don't think you can attribute the word of God to tone policing, because it's not tone policing. That is a law.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is I think there's a lot. I think that the tone policing thing is
being compared the two. Is what I'm trying to say.
It's effective because it makes you feel like a nanny when it makes you feel like a pearl clutcher when you say these sort of things. But on a biblical ethics basis, how you handle things does matter. It says Proverbs says a harsh word stir up strife, and it also says that a soft tongue can break a bone, meaning that it's much more effective to reach people if you are more gentle. Now, are there times to be tough and there are times to be aggressive and abrasive? Absolutely. I would agree with that. Everything in its time. There's a time for this and a time for that. But overall, should it be the norm that we're just coming at people right out of the gate with the highest of aggression without just unprovoked? And then obviously not.
This is an unfortunate freeze frame for Jim Bob. We just decided to sit here and talk over, but
you know what? He'd be like, "You guys are so boring. This is the most boring stream. You're supposed to be playing a video game with goblins,
and you're not even doing it. You're not even doing it.
And what are you doing? You're an ortho guy talking to a goblin. Why are you talking to this goblin?"
Probably. Well, that actually. So this is the other thing too that I'll mention. And this also came up recently too.
If you want to disavow me in front of your ortho brothers, you can go ahead.
Like no, not that. I'm talking about like I guess the interaction here, right? And this is why I don't consider it a big deal, because I don't think he's actually like mad at you. Is I could go in VK, right? Yeah. And me and Easy could be at each other's throats, yelling at each other. Just like calling each other retarded, all kind of things, right? And then the next day, it's like it never happened. It is what it is. We're talking to each other.
But you have an establishment with Easy, as do I.
That's
right?
true. That's true. Right.
I have no such establishment with Jim Bob, and I consider
that is true.
Yeah, and you don't have all the same like you, and I don't know about Elder, but like you and Emmett and Steelborn and Abe, I don't consider you as hung up on the Jays or lineage or any of that kind of crap, as Jim Bob clearly is. And so that's where I, draw the line. It's like, look, that's why I don't like atheism, but if you're an atheist who's willing to have honest conversations, and then we can agree on some things, then we'll get along, but eventually it turns into debates.
Vara says, quite the honor mode you have here. Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Yes.
According to Jim Bob, I'm the goblin in question. So right now,
who is Jim Bob? Jim Bob is a debater that we're discussing. He's very much one of his main specialties is debating evolution for context. But anyway,
yeah.
Okay.
Now I had said in Missing Mod stream that he was promoting Nick Fuentes, but in the actual clip that I presented, I acknowledge at the 24-minute mark on the stream today that he said he's not a fan. So, but when there's ways to say things without. There's ways to say things that. Go ahead.
Well, yeah. Let me ask you that though. Like, so then what? Okay, so you acknowledge that the clip you looked at, he said he's not a fan, but you have referenced things before that he said, I guess you could say, or pro.
Here's what I'm saying is pro.
What he said. That's my question.
So there's
pro.
So when there is this one's behind the paywall, but he had that stream Flip Flop Fuentes, and the flip flops that he's talking about are, from what I remember, his most radical ideas about like race and the Jays and different stuff like that. I wish I could pull it. I can't. I wanted to, because I wanted to go back, but it seemed like the former Fuentes, who was a lot more vocal about his radical stuff. Oh, well, and also Jim Bob recently did. I mean, he agrees with him in a lot on the stream that was public, including the fact that, the idea that Jim Crow, it was better for both people. It was better for both people. Jim Crow was better for both the blacks and the whites. And I don't know what you believe about that. But.
So he has some arguments that he thinks that Nick is right on.
The things that Nick is the most famous for, he is pretty much in line and lockstep with. He might have a few criticisms of, hey, that was gay or whatever that you did, Nick. I don't like the fact that you said that. Why are you hanging out with clavicular, all that kind of stuff. But Nick isn't making his bones by hanging out with clavicular. Nick is making his bones on racial essentialism and even like tearing down the Bible and different things like that. I don't know if you've seen some of the recent stuff Nick has said, but he would be like, talking about Galatians 3:28. There's neither Jew nor Greek, slave nor free, and he says it all sarcastic. And he said, if less people read the Bible, the Bible makes you like, I don't remember, some kind of form of effeminate. Like it would make you a less manly person to read the Bible, as a result of doing that. And it's just, he also, yeah. There was, what was the other thing? Oh yeah, when Coleman Hughes released an expose of the difference between the Nick Fuentes on Rumble versus Nick Fuentes in some interview on YouTube, one of the things he pointed out was on Rumble, he will say things like how people complain, that's not Christian. And then he would say something, I think he said like, who the F cares or something like that. Yeah. So he's just all over the place. But what I haven't seen is, Jim Bob criticize him for that as much as he's criticizing him for going lighter on his opinions as of late. So if you're criticizing somebody for going lighter on your opinions instead of like going liberal or something like that, that means you supported their previous opinions.
Lighter on his okay.
Yeah. Again, I wish I had more, but some of the stuff I had.
I was a member up until like recently, but I let it expire, so I can't.
There are atheists who are members too, of that. They're just subscribed in the chat and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, I mean, look, however you cut it, I mean, Jim Bob is a funny guy. It's funny to listen to.
I'm not denying. There are guys who can do a joke well. I mean, Nick can be funny as well. Andrew can be funny. All those guys can be funny. I just have my reasons and qualms, and of course, so that's what I did, and I hit him up on the white pride tweet that he had put out, and he didn't put out. Let me rephrase that. There was let me. It's on my screen, but I'll go verbatim. So there was a woman, and I'm looking at it right now because I did a video screenshot of that. She says, "I'm proud to be white," is what it says, and then it shows a picture of her. And then somebody responds to her saying, "Why? It's literally a genetic trait, not an achievement at all. Be proud to be something you've chosen to be instead, if you're capable of that." And then Jim Bob says, "So if someone didn't choose to be a U.S. citizen, then they shouldn't be proud to be an American." Now, I might have a different take than you on this, but I don't think things that are out of your control should be things that I don't think anything you should be proud of, because we're given everything by God. I mean, you look at, I cited in my stream 1 Corinthians 4:7. It says, "For who maketh thee to differ from one another? And what hast thou that thou didst not receive? Now, if thou didst receive it, why dost thou glory, as if thou hast not received it?" And it just, the point being that everything is given from God. So any difference we have, whether it's IQ or height or looks or talents or anything like that, that's all given by God. It's not of yourself. So, and Jim Bob says, "So if someone didn't choose to be a U.S. citizen, then they shouldn't be proud to be an American?" ? And I said, if it's quote unquote good to be American, then it means America's values are objectively better in comparison to others. This means the world should adopt our values, which is mostly true. Nix the progressive ones. Bloodline has no moral significance or virtue. Category error. And he says, no one is talking about morality. The topic is which attributes are deserving of being proud of. One can be proud to be gifted in the arts. It's not a moral claim. But here's the thing. I don't know how you're supposed to use be some kind of gifting or talent as a justification or a proxy justification for being proud to have a certain skin color, to have some kind of lineage trait. I don't understand that. And then so I responded and I said, what specifically are we valuing if not virtue or something admirable? Something transient and superficial, or eternal and with God's priorities in mind? And he never responded to that. So those are the kind of things that even if he says he's not a fan of Fuentes, there are ways that people who are anti-J find to say a thing in such a way as to convey a message or convey distance, whereas it doesn't actually accomplish that. Go ahead.
Yeah, so proud. So definition: feeling deep pleasure or satisfaction as a result of one's own achievements, qualities, or possessions of those of someone, or of those with someone who is closely associated. So it lists in here achievements, which is what you mentioned, qualities, that's a wide range, and or possessions. I don't see anything wrong with being proud to be an American. I think you can be proud to be something that you didn't necessarily achieve, right?
If we're using the word proud to mean appreciative of the benefits of being American, then that's an appreciation. But pride is like a personal thing to yourself, as far as I've seen the word proud.
Well,
It's
yeah,
like,
you would have the possession of, like, you could even go down to phenotypes, right? I'm proud of my hazel eyes, right? I like them, right? I possess these things.
Yeah, I just don't think it. Yeah, I mean, but if we're given, it says, if we're given those things, it says, if thou dost receive it, why dost thou glory as if thou hast not received it? You know, so it would come down to, like, it's God's providence that gives us the things we have, whether we can or can't do a thing, or we're specialized in this or specialized in that. I see how people.
Yeah, but couldn't you just be proud that, you know, I'm proud that God gave me my hazel eyes, right? Someone gave it to me.
It just doesn't seem congruent with what I understand pride to be. I usually understand pride to be like, in the way that I differ, I would rather not differ in ways people differ from me. Like, I'm proud of my hazel eyes. There's usually the understanding that if I did not have hazel eyes, then I might feel differently. In terms of,
I think
prize
if you
hazel
have
eyes more than others.
Yeah. If you have, I mean, yeah, there's going to be like bias, right? Like if you're if you're born with like brown eyes and you really like your brown eyes, like, you know, or if you're born with your blue eyes and you really like your blue eyes, like you're gonna. I'm not saying that it isn't something that you've earned, but you do possess. And so, like, I mean, you can even use it in like everyday language, where someone takes you into their gaming room and they have all these classic NES things, and maybe one of them was given to them, you know, and they're like, I'm proud of this, my collection, right? It's something they possess. So
I tend to understand, like when people say they're proud of their kids, I tend to think that they're, in my evaluation, they're tending to use the word proud incorrectly. It's more like, I treasure my kids. I would say that. I think my kids are special in a way that has a deep meaning to me that it wouldn't mean to other people. That's how I take it. It's kind of like when people say, you know, you got to forgive yourself. They don't literally mean that you can, of your own self, absolve yourself of your sins. What they mean is you let it go and you don't keep beating yourself up. But they use that as kind of
that would go in the second definition, or of someone with whom you're closely associated. So all those things listed, or of someone. So, like, I'm proud of you for examination. You have a very nice mic there, you know? Like, you know, it's, you know, I'm proud of you, buddy. You got a nice mic. A lot of people come on these panels. They have no respect. They got Temu level mics. They sound like crap. Can't understand them. Sound like Charlie Brown. But I'm proud that you got a nice one, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I guess that's my understanding of proud. So I do think that it's... Yeah, I guess.
Let's even say that's right. Let's even say that's right. We know that racial pride, you know, just if you might be, if you put that in the vacuum, we know that racial pride is associated with all sorts of evil interest groups, whether that's like the Black Hebrew Israelites or La Raza in Mexico, or people like that, or you know, the Bloods.
I don't know. The Black Hebrew Israelites, I've seen a lot of them, and I've even like discussed. I've had exchanges with a few of them, and their take on it is, and this is getting into the weeds, but their take on it is like, you don't have to be like black. It's like this bloodline thing, and then they attach it to prophecy, and so they're proud of that. But
what do they think of the Jays?
I have no idea. We never discussed that. Did
you talk to them about how Yakub was an evil genius who invented white people?
Oh, Yakub. Yeah, so wait, is it Yakub? Isn't that a Muslim thing or no?
I thought it was Black Hebrew Israelite. I mean, you might be right.
I think Yakub is Muslim, which
that's Nation of Islam. So that's different. Okay, Nation of Islam might even be a better example than the Black Hebrew Israelites in that case, but I'm pretty sure the Black Hebrew Israelites are anti-J as well because they think that they're the true Jays.
Yeah, they think they think they're the original. Like it's their bloodline because their bloodline went into, like, I guess the Jays went into Africa, and that's where their bloodline comes from. And it's there's prophecy, because in the prophecy they link it to this one scripture that they interpret that means like your people will be enslaved and traded. But even in that scripture, it says no man would want to trade them. So then that's kind of contradictory. But whatever, they don't pay attention to that.
I'd have to see it, but it sounds like an obscure passage, which probably takes a little bit more understanding than just that'll be my proof text to branch out an entire new belief system. But
they have other scriptures too, but that one in particular, they're referencing that they got slave traded, and that's why they're the promised people, right? But then my rebuttal when I was talking with them was like, well, okay, that kind of doesn't that fit the bill for like every race in history? So why is? And then there was like, well, no, and then they went to like this other scripture, and it's like, okay, but anyway, enough about Black Hebrew Israelites. But
he goes on a little bit more if you want. Oh,
I went into a rabbit hole with them. You had a grander point that I diverged from. I apologize.
I don't even remember. It's getting like I love streaming way too much. It's getting close to midnight now. I might like it less if the Jim Bob army descends, and all my chats, and if they're I hope they're not the mass flagging type, but who knows, No,
they probably aren't. I would say no, but hey, look, actually, if they do, what do you mean, man? That's viewers. Hate viewers are viewers.
Hate viewers are viewers. That's for sure.
They are.
The question is, what is the intensity of the hate I'm going to get by making it absolutely clear what my position is on those sorts of things? And I did read Hebrews 11 through 18, so we'll see how he does with that. About not being high-minded against the Jays. But yeah, he might challenge me to a debate, and I don't know what that would be about exactly. I'd have to consider it. I need to
throw one out there. Throw the Jays out there.
I'm not
throw the J.
I'm not gonna throw one out there. I'm just gonna see if he even responds to a guy.
You gotta. But just
here's what I did.
You would have to pitch it in a way to to be clear that you're not a dispensationalism, because if he comes at you that way, then I think you're going to be talking past each other.
I think he understands that anybody who believes in predestination is probably not a dispensationalist. At least I would hope he would understand that.
I don't know.
Most dispensationalists that I come across are very anti-reformed, anti-Calvinist type stuff.
Yeah, but they believe in I don't know. They believe in like rapture and stuff and all kind of other stuff.
Which I don't. There's no church history to rapture. It says we've taken up in the clouds, but not before a certain time and leave a bunch of people on earth.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm just trying to think through their worldview. Would they have any? I don't know. Actually, I haven't considered that.
Yeah. So most of the dispensationalists are independent fundamentalist Baptists, and those guys, they can be most anywhere all over the place, but most of them consider Calvinism and Reformed theology and anything with predestination to be heretical. And so, yeah, if Jim Bob knows his theology and knows the groups that he's working with, he's not going to say it that way. But if he pitches to me something like, do we have to support the nation of Israel? No, I don't think there's a moral obligation to support the nation of Israel. So I'm not going to take that. But in terms of like promoting the Jews' well-being and salvation spiritually, right? Not like if we have the opportunity, if we have the opportunity to help them in some way so as to provoke them to jealousy of the Lord Jesus Christ and coming to their Messiah, then we should do that. And it's going to be harder to do that, obviously, if we leave them in situations where we might have been able to protect them and let them die. But I'll say instead of letting them die. But I'll say this much: I would say, okay, let's just if you were king of America and you
Mhm.
wanted to, let's say, no more Israel, would you just shut down Israel and then have them come over here for asylum in America? You know, because seeing as you got Romans 11 through 18, as far, and even Romans 9 and 10 and 11 together form a case about God's special relationship with the Jays. And that would be an interesting understanding. But I think he's going to do the normative authority thing. So I gave my arguments as to why I don't accept the normative authority standard, and we can see where it goes there. But you know,
So wait, let me ask you this based on what you just said. Are you saying that, you know, let's say I'm king of America for a day, and I decide,
Yeah.
okay, no more APAC, no more foreign aid to Israel or any other nation that needs to, you know, that's sucking the life from us, right? Are you saying at that point there's a reason we should shut down Israel and like inject them into America? Is that your claim? Or
what I'm saying is, if we have the means and capability, as let's say we're a Christian nation and we're identifying as specifically a Christian nation, right? Then if we have Christian nations, we can't pick and choose which Christian ethics we're going to follow. And if the Bible is clear that we as Christians have obligations to provoke the Jews to jealousy over the fact that we as Gentiles have Christ and they have a partial hardening where they can still repent, but there is definitely a distance between themselves and Christ right now, that we should do things in order to fulfill the will of our Lord Jesus Christ in all scriptures. You know, we don't pick and choose which commands to follow and not to follow. We don't choose which themes to follow and not follow in scripture. And so even if we don't want to accept the state of Israel, in that case, we should still promote the well-being of, you know, and that doesn't mean like, see, here's the thing. I'm going to admit that this is a very difficult issue, but what I will say is this: there's no moral obligation to help the state of Israel. I think the rest of it is very complicated, because Jesus has fulfilled everything that Israel was meant to be. Jesus is the reason that Israel's there. And now that Jesus has accomplished his mission, dying on the cross for our sins, then the state of Israel serves no function spiritually or Christologically. So
right, but also the state of Israel is not. Would you agree that the political, geographical state of Israel, maybe not geographical, the state of Israel, like the government, is not connected to Israel in the Bible?
Yeah, because again,
Okay.
Christ has come already. The whole point of Israel. Yeah, I mean,
Right.
God ordained an exile in AD 70 with that kind of stuff. And I'm not saying they don't belong there. I have a view of land.
No. I look, if they want to, and look, man, they're over there. I think the average IQ in Israel is like close to America, right? They're surrounded by a bunch of like, you know, sub 80 IQ people, right? There's a reason why they're outnumbered vastly and they haven't been like overthrown yet, right? I mean, that's just my take on it, just from a numbers game, right? So, but I view them as just any other foreign like country power. I don't give them special treatment. So I guess my point is, if you were to take that approach of like, you're king for the day, you cut off Israel, you cut off all these other places, I don't see a moral obligation to like open up the borders, is my point.
Yeah, it's not so much the state that I'm worried about, it's the people. Because there's a difference, obviously, between the civic entity and the people group. The Bible does not, in the New Testament, make a big deal about the civic entity, but it does make a big deal about the people group. And so I see the civic entity as a means to an end of protection of them, and us as Christians helping them in that sense, not to fulfill a prophecy about the land, but to fulfill a prophecy about the people, about what is the exact
why wouldn't, if that's, I mean, it does sound though a little bit like special treatment. because
Well, the Bible does
why
give
wouldn't
it
you?
special treatment.
But they're not connected to the, like they're not. You just said that they're not.
They're not connected to
Israel
the
of
land,
Bible.
which they're not connected to the land, which is why I'm saying that if we close it and we want to fulfill Hebrews 11, then what we could do in lieu of Israel itself closing is bringing them into the U.S. to ensure that same level of protection that they might not otherwise get in
But there's Christians
many
over
other
there, right?
nations. Christians where?
In Israel.
Yes, but if you shut down Israel, there's no Israel.
Well, no, I'm not saying shut it down. Like
Convert Israel to a Christian nation?
No, I'm just saying if we cut them off, like your country, it's like Norway or something. Like I view them as the same, like in the same category. It's like if we cut them off as a country, giving them a bunch of aid, you're on your own, fend for yourself. There's Christians in Israel, like the word of God would still spread. There's no reason to like think we should open up the borders, and because if you make that case, right, then you have to make the case for every country. Well, we want to save these people too, right?
So the difference would be that there are passages in the Bible that specifically talk about our obligations to them that don't apply to any other people group. Here's the thing. You could take the position that we treat them the same as everybody else, and that's fine. You could take a position that we treat them differently in a positive way, but what you can't do and call yourself Christian is say that we treat them different in a negative way. And that's what I see a lot of Christian nationalists who are ethno-statist types do with the Jays in particular. I would just say that if we undertake a decision that we know or have good reason to believe will be to the detriment of lots and lots of Jays, then we should be obligated not to do that because our alliance with Israel obviously has to do with an overall Western ethic, even though, obviously they deserve criticism for different things. I used to be more into politics than I am now, and I have no problem with anybody criticizing Israel for their actions on any level. I also don't believe that the land is tied to anything. I just want to specifically talk about the people who are Jays, around the world as well, and not just in Israel. But I think that would be Christian based on Hebrews 13. Romans 11. I'm getting tired. Romans 11. That we would strongly consider giving some form of support if necessary to that. Like if there is an imminent nuclear threat, like my friend showed me a video from MSNBC where the foreign minister of Iran said they had at least 10 to 11 nukes worth of 60% refined uranium at the point that we struck recently. And so they were on the cusp of a lot of stuff. And I know that critics like Megyn Kelly will say, oh, they're always on the cusp. But Ben Shapiro replies, yes, they were always on the cusp, and we continually hit them at the time when they're there. So they've been at the cusp and then been brought back because of the continuous actions we take. So anyway, at this point, I'm not a political expert. I don't claim to be. I haven't been in politics in a while. I will say that I think there are actions we can take that don't center around the state of Israel, but do center around the J people. I guess that's my pitch.
I would. Yeah, I guess so. I'd have to do some research on it. I don't see any reason to treat them any different than anyone else, like any special, because I feel like I feel like that's approaching like dispensationalism, right, to some degree, like this magic Jew blood idea, and I think
I reject that phraseology.
Yeah, so I think that's like, oh, they're always the chosen, they're always special, they're always no matter what. That's where I don't think that's a thing. But I would have to like look into the scriptures you're talking about to try to understand that a little bit better. But.
Yeah, so Romans 11 calls them the natural branches, and we are the wild olive graft. It likens, Christ to being the stump. And if you go Romans 11:11 says, I say then, have they stumbled that they should fall? God forbid, but rather through their fall, salvation has come to the Gentiles for to provoke them to jealousy. So the purpose of the salvation of Gentiles is to bring them back. Now, if the fall of them be the riches of the world, and the diminishing of them be the riches of the Gentiles, how much more their fullness? For I speak to you Gentiles, inasmuch as I am an apostle of the Gentiles. I magnify mine office. If by any means I may provoke to emulation them which are my flesh, and might save some of them. For if the casting away of them be the reconciling of the world, what shall be the receiving of them be but life from the dead? For if the first fruit be holy, the lump is also holy. And if the root be holy, so are the branches. And if some of the branches are be broken off, and thou, being a wild olive tree, wert graft among them, and with them partakest of the root and fatness of the olive tree, boast not against the branches. But if thou boast, thou bearest not the root, but the root thee. Thou will say, then the branches were broken off, that I might be grafted in. Well, because of unbelief they were broken off, and thou standest by faith. Be not high-minded, but fear. For if God spared not the natural branches, take heed lest he spare not thee. So I take that as a warning and a consideration of the Jewish people still being the natural branches, even after their purpose of being set aside to bring forth Christ has been fulfilled.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll like I said, I'll do a little more reading on it, but I guess currently I don't see any reason to treat them any different.
That's fine.
So definitely, maybe we can have a follow-up discussion on that to some degree.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for Abe to have the Friday post put up. We'll see what happens.
I would just count on it, and then he's busy. He has a lot going on with family and everything, so he might just not have it up yet.
Yeah, I was wondering, is he in need of more help?
Oh, I don't know.
Because that one stream, I think we did a good job helping him out after the storm had hit all those months ago. Remember the EOD stream? That was a fun stream. Yeah. Were you there? You might have been there, right?
I was loosely around. I was busy with my own nonsense. But yeah, I wasn't able to really participate too much. But I was kind of aware of it. I think I might have popped in on a stream that wasn't that one.
Yeah, Andrew popped into that one.
Okay, yeah, I definitely wasn't there for that one.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool.
But
anyhow, I should probably get you back to your quest. And
I'm gonna take a quick break here after I say goodbye to you, and I'm gonna go get a drink of some water. I need some hydration, and then we're gonna continue trying not to die in this game, and then at some point I'll log off. But yeah.
Why do I hit my circadian rhythm so much, Mo? This is so bad for me.
Circadian. Well, it's funny. I think ideally you're supposed to even take a nap around 1. That's optimal.
Oh, that's that new science.
Just came in. Something to that nature. Well, it's not. I don't think it's based on new science. I think it's based on how humans have existed for a long time. Because apparently, for a long time, they would get up super freaking early, right? Do a bunch of work, and then they would take a nap midday, and then they would go, and then they would then they would end the day. They split it up. But of course, they were working out in the sun and farming and stuff. So
yeah, we're in air conditioned buildings. So.
That's true. It's true. Look, I know strife too. All right, I have hard times. One time I opened a Coke bottle and I poured it in a cup, and then I tried to drink it too quickly, and the fuzz got in my nostrils. It was horrible.
Oh my gosh! Horrible. There was one time I had to find the remote, and it took me 5 minutes, and it was underneath the couch cushion.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure that's the exact same as just working 18 hours in the sun.
Right, being in the Colorado frontier, for the first time.
They really don't know how bad we have it.
Out in the West. What with our robots?
Robots and magic bricks that talk to each other.
Yeah. All righty, man. Well,
all right, man.
Good to see talking. You. Thanks for hearing me out. And
of course, always.
We'll see if it's going to be the end of my life or not.
No, you're fine, man. All right, have a good one, bud. Later.
See ya.
All right, yeah. Let me. I'm gonna be right back, and then we will get back to Baldur's Gate 3. We're in the middle of a very important decision here, so I will be back shortly. Okay, we are back. Let's get the game going here. Share screen. There we go. Do I want to be... I'll put myself over here. There we go. All right. Very important decision here. We don't want Gale to go crazy from looking at the book. Force the book closed. Urge your hand to turn another page. I think this is going to be... So wait, we're going to go from wisdom. Let's hit this real quick. Where is... Oh, she doesn't... That's why she hasn't... She doesn't have it. I actually didn't have it slotted. I'm an idiot. Wisdom. There you go, Gale. Alright, back to Gale. Urge your hand to another page. There we go. Is there anything else I can add? Bless. Yeah, let's do this. Wow. Even with advantage and all those. We got 2 more shots. Come on, Gale. Come on, Gale. Yeah! Nice. He won't go crazy. Continue. Give me all the information.
Scream, branding your mind with strange runes. You see time rewritten.
Oh no.
Fate undone.
Oh no.
Your future thrumming with power. Black strands of weave curl all about you, only to sink as into graves as you try to grab hold. Necromantic spells, tantalizingly powerful, slip away forever. The book snaps closed. You've seen too much.
Seen too much. Known too much.
Seared inside of you, you should never have known.
Alright, well there you go. We did it. Well, Gale did it. With all our support. We got all the items from the vendors here. There's only one thing that we might want. We can actually go in here and we can actually get the items in here early. We're going to try that. There's a way with Gale, because he has, you can only do it with... Alright, so there's that, alright. I'm pretty sure I can Misty Step in here. Out of sight, out of sight. Yep, see right here. Where is it? Right there.
Robes will get dirty.
We're so cool. Alright, and now that we're hidden, we can just, like, loot this place blind. Take that. I'll take the mushroom. I'll take that. We'll take the scroll. There's also a pale corpse in here. With that book. Actually, I think that book is important.
What's this? Flump mating rituals. Quiet taste, I'm sure, but not mine.
Shadow. That's that shroud, that headpiece. Alright, so now we did that. We can literally just teleport out of here. It's right here. Boom, just like that. There we go. And we've successfully robbed their vault. Because this has Shroud of Shadows. I think this is actually a really good item. Vara says the Arilla don't need no love, but your head need it so you can feel comfortable. I don't know what you mean by that, bud. Maybe you can explain that a little bit. Not really sure. Shroud of Shadow. Turn invisible. Another spell. Okay, so this actually would be really good on Karlach. I'm going to give it to Karlach. She doesn't need the disguise ability. Because she's kind of our pseudo stealth person, right? She kind of does the stealth thing because she has like really good stuff for stealth. So we'll do that. Keep that on her. I like that on her. We're going to hit a save. We only expanded one spell slot. We're also going to talk to this guy. Well, actually, no. Let's go talk to the main guy. I don't know. We're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's go talk to the main guy. There's also a gnome up here that has some boots. And normally I just take them, but I'm on a paladin, so I don't want to be mean. Don't what?
Her condition is familiar. Poison, derived from a wild weed common to the Underdark. She'll need an antidote soon, most likely held by the poisoner.
Give her Elixir of Sylvanas. Give her an antitoxin. Poison resistance, persuasion, investigation. She's helpless. Check if she has anything we're taking. No, we're not gonna do that. Okay, we're gonna be nice. We're a paladin. We're just paladin. Oh, you can sell things too. I don't want to buy your potato. It's fine. Elixir of Sylvanas. What is that? What is an Elixir of Sylvanas? Elixir Reticence. I don't want to give her like anything crazy good. In case I need it. Oh, elixir of survivors. Neutralize the effects of all poisons. That feels kind of rare. I think I want to save that just in case I need a, you know, in case I need it. Give her elixir of poison or an antitoxin. Here, drink this. You'll feel better, little one. There you go. Drink it up. Don't spill it.
Ah, gods. Whatever that is, I needed it.
It was spore fungus distilled into elixir. How could I pass by? You were in pain.
No arguments there. Felt like a hook horror was sorting through my guts. But that cure did the trick. Quick, sharp too. I thank you for your help, but I gotta get moving. Oh, it hurts. Girls, garters. Oh, I don't have time for this. My kin need me.
Take it easy there, little one. What can I do to help?
Seems you're the helping kind. All right. I need you to rescue my kin.
Okay.
Not charity, mind. We can pay. We're Iron Hand Clan. Best artificers in Baldur's Gate. We were on an expedition down here when...
Can you make me in the Iron Man armor? That would be sweet.
The Greys have them digging out some old ruin across the lake.
Oh, we got some talk back and forth in chat. Yeah. I missed that. Good night. Let's pick up another time, Vara. Yeah. Yeah, Vara, re-exam's always willing to chat on theology. So, what is this expedition you're planning we're on? Alright, yeah, I'll free you. Yeah, no worries.
Thank you. Only wish I could go with you.
You could give me... Yeah, give me those boots.
I nabbed these boots from the Greys when I ran. I'll feel better knowing you're using them to kick some dweger ass.
Oh, they will be kicking lots of ass.
Wait here, I suppose.
Yeah, it's chill here. Hang out. Yeah, no, just taking the sights. Let's see. Boots of speed. Click heels gives you dash. I don't think it's better than what I have. But they might go good on...
Elminster's not around.
What does he have? Oh, man. The wearer's movement speed is unimpeded by difficult terrain. That seems really good. But if I have a dash that I can just click... That's a hard choice. I feel like the dash would be better because I can always like jump out of difficult terrain. Yeah, I feel like that's going to be better. That's going to be better use. That's going to be more useful in more encounters. Icy metal. Send that to my main guy. Send that to my main guy. Twisted binding. I don't know.
The cover proudly announces this book to be Flump Mating Rituals.
Lies. Investigation. Nurture. Actually, let me put this away. This actually, I think Gale would be better at this. I think Gale would be better at this.
The cover proudly announces this book to be Flump Mating Rituals.
Wizard. Yeah, he's got a +4. +4, +3, +4. Alright, we're going with this one. Ooh. Yeah.
The scrutiny proves too much. The lurid text melts away before your eyes.
An illusion. An illusion.
Remains as simple instructions written in a spare hand. The secret to forging adamantine.
That's useful. Is that it?
There's mention here of an adamantine forge. Such would be a rare and valuable find indeed.
Indeed, sir. Indeed.
The sovereign's thick fingers stroke the corpse at its feet.
Gross. Gay?
Flesh talker, I show you a memory. Watch and listen.
A violent vision grips you. Dwegar, dark dwarf.
Not Dregar.
Myconid remains.
Not the poor fungus people.
They killed our young.
The sovereign's song slows to the pace of a dirge. It is still in mourning.
No, I'm sorry for your loss of your fungus people. That's so sad. It's so sad. All little fungus spores.
The sovereign's song halts as it measures your worth.
I sense your resolve. You will find Dwegar invaders near Lake's Edge. Cleanse the rot. Destroy them.
Dwegar invaders, huh? I'd like to hear their side of the story first, but all right.
Karlach trying to be the voice of reason. They betrayed you by breaking the peace. I will break their bodies for you.
An illusion comes over you.
I like that.
Choking on a cloud of gleaming dust.
Accept this gift. It will help you exterminate.
Extermination!
The sovereign gifts you one more vision. A wall of vines parting to reveal glowing light.
Oh, I already got that, bud.
Magic and mind. Cleanse the rot, and they are yours.
I think someone stole those. You gotta give me another reward. Unfortunately. I saw them do it. Then they ran off. Wasn't me. Planting spores in corpse. What magic is this?
We breathe life into our enemy's flesh. The dead make a fine host for my growing children.
If I die down here, destroy my corpse.
Yeah. That's probably a good move, actually. I don't want to become some fungus zombie. You die by my hand. How might I gain this knowledge?
You may not. The spores
He doesn't want to share. Alright. Keep your secrets, then.
the harmony.
Alright, bye. Gave me a haste spore grenade. Alright. So we met the locals. We bought all the items. We're pretty strong. Let's go talk to this guy. This guy actually is pretty useful. This glut guy, he's a jerk. He's kind of the dark side of the spores, you know?
Reach into memory. Tell me.
Bring to your mind your oath, a deep well of simmering fury.
It reveals its own home in reply. A humid cove filled with decaying myconid corpses.
That's unfortunate.
Dwargar destroyed my people. I am a sovereign with no circle. This circle does not welcome me. But I have heard the song. You mean to cleanse the Dwargar rot. I mean to join you.
You mean to take revenge? A noble cause. Join me.
Remain in the
Alright. Now this guy. We're going to use him for something. I'm going to show you a trick with him. That I heard about. I haven't done yet. I'm assuming it's going to work. I hope it works. It's over here. So there's an area over here to rescue that one guy. And there's also a really rare item over here. It's down there. We're gonna go get it.
Indeed, these things drain away one's magic. Fresh. Shouldn't linger. Some monster did this.
Okay, I didn't mean to get all poisoned either. Holy crap. Let's get out of here. I don't think he's affected by... Like, I think he can go in here because he's a fungus, and I don't think it activates. So we're going to find that out if that's true. So we're going to set apart. We can move him. Fist. Jump. Let's see. Let's move him like slightly close and see if this works. Because these normally start to like expand and get close to him. Yeah, see? Okay. Yeah, these things don't care about him. So... First off, let me go over here. And, I think if I move my guy over here, he'll like... Is this guy not gonna talk to me?
Stop! Stop!
What?
You recognize the name? Bibberbang, a mushroom that releases dangerous spores.
Quite the predicament you have yourself in.
I know that. School. Escape. My bag, please. I've dropped it somewhere.
How'd you even get in there? Hey, hold tight, I'll find your bag.
Thank you. Thank you.
Alright, so you're gonna come over here and you're gonna wait. And then you're gonna take Fungus Boy. Since these don't care about him. Oh wait, can I not? Oh, maybe they fixed this. Okay, so he can come over here. But he can also pick this up too. He can pick up the noble stock. Which honestly is what I really care about. Yeah, there we go. So I can throw this over here like that. Right? And like that. Kind of sucks you can't pick it up, though. It's like a safe way to get the noble stock. Now, for this guy, I think I can just use Mage Hand. I think that's the idea. There we go.
Let's get going.
Yoink. I'll take that. And then now...
Seek and you shall find me.
Yeah, he has Mage Hand. So let's come over here. I think he can just do Mage Hand. There you go, bud. Dude, it's right there. You better... Yeah, what the heck?
I'm all right.
Get out of there.
No one back home.
God. I can finally breathe. Ah. Right. What were you saying?
What are you doing down here?
I was looking for Dereth. She'll be worried sick. I must need to go. For you. Your trouble.
Thanks.
Ta.
Ta. Scroll invisibility. Alright. Now... Candles... Creeper. I don't think there's anything else over there. We're just gonna leave this, I think. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it. Let's go back up here. Now we're gonna kill... We're gonna kill some of these big guys over here. Man, I do not like these at all. Get away from that gale. Holy moly, dude, you suck.
We're a long way from Waterdeep.
Get over here. Stop it.
Wanna dance?
Karlak, shoot this. Do they just keep coming back?
No time to dally.
What if I fireball them? There we go.
No one's stopped me yet.
Of course, now it's on fire, and I don't want to cross while it's on fire. Okay, cool. I'm not gonna pick that up.
It feels like my magic is getting trained. That's good.
Uh-oh. A little for horror. How many? I think we have... Yeah, we have both saves. I don't want this to go on crazy, so we're just gonna do Vow of Enmity. And we're just gonna go over here and wreck this guy. You picked the wrong fight. We're not gonna do that. Why does he fight like that with a two-hander. That's kind of weird. Calling for reinforcements.
Hells, we're attracting too much attention.
No, we're fine. We're fine, dude. We're good.
You're making me sweat.
Oh, I'm not in combat with this thing. Get him. Shoot him. Done.
I have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
Wow, I really shouldn't have used my Valve enemy right there.
One day I'll catch a break.
Seems to be not the greatest thing to do.
Rat feet.
Let's see if she can make it past this. Nope. Gotta get the high ground. Let's just do a blade song.
On my way.
Gotcha. Booming blade now. And the Shadowheart can just...
Let's see this done.
Where are you going? Took the freaking long ass way around. Holy moly. Alright. Go hit him. I don't know if you can see this guy. Can. Somehow you saw him.
No hesitation.
I'm gonna save my smites. We have harder fights coming up. This guy's calling reinforcements. I wonder if it's gonna get that wizard. There's a wizard somewhere around here. Oh my goodness. 37 damage. What a monster. Missed. What a loser. Alright, come over here and just wait your turn.
I don't fancy their chances.
Actually, just go here. And then... jump. And then booming blade. Booming blade.
Ready for another round? Boom.
Oh, we're wrecking these guys.
Can't give up. Onward.
Absolutely destroying them. Except for Shadowheart. She consistently sucks. You missed me. What a loser. That was probably going to be your only attack.
No gloom, all doom. I've got a long road ahead. Oh, I have the magic touch. Looking ahead with haste. Wish I had a bag of holding.
Oh, there's a oh, I didn't see this guy up here. Oh, this is the actually, doesn't he have click heals? He does.
May it please, Mistra.
This guy's level 5. He probably has a lot of spells that I don't want to deal with. So let's try this. That works.
Now this is my happy place.
Blinded. Immune to blinded. Interesting. Okay, I should have checked that before I took the shot. Rookie mistake and all that, you know? Whoa, holy moly, that was a lot of damage. Hypnotized. Featherfall. Hypnotized, huh? Hypnotized, huh? Hey, like that.
Incoming.
No, what? Stop it. Just shoot him. Action surge. Shoot him again. Shoot him one more time. Shield. Okay.
Swords meet sorcery.
I'm ready. Have to keep going.
Get up there, Shedheart. We need you to toll the bells on both of them. This guy's being really squirrely. I think I'm just gonna...
All right then.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go over here and kill this. And then shoot this guy. Now, do I want to click heals? Yeah, I'll click heals.
Certainly.
Wait, why is he next to that? Doesn't that make him where he can't cast anything? Seems, doesn't seem like the best strategy. Now we're gonna take all his stuff. And his fish. Yeah, we're gonna take all his fish too. Give me your freaking fish. Taking everything. And your potato and your cabbage. Why is Shovel stealth creeping around? Alright, there's a bark over here we need to grab.
I'll need to rest soon.
Stop complaining. Alright, so we've got 2 parts of that staff, and the last part, unfortunately, is very much...
I've got the plans and the Sousa bark.
Yeah, I got plans and a Sousa bark. I don't know if... I can go do it for the experience to craft it, but... If I remember right, that those swords or the weapons are not that great. They're just kind of okay. Nothing really to write home about. I think we'll do a short rest.
Lovely little pick me up.
Just to get, Alright, I don't know what we should do next. We could go fight the Dragar.
That might be worth a look.
Or we could go... I really don't want to fight the Gazer, the undead thing. That feels like that's going to be a nightmare to deal with. But the Dragar are down here. This is actually a pretty lengthy battle, so I think we'll go do that. I think we're ready for it. I think we're ready for it. Of course, I think the main guy might be considered a boss, so he might have some legendary actions that we're going to have to take a look at that I'm not sure what they would be.
A camp. Looks abandoned.
Looks abandoned, huh? Just gonna loot everything. We do need to get our potion maker online. We need to get a hireling. I think this leads to that bull fish people quest.
These creatures did battle with Duergar. What's inside?
All right, so let's go back to because there's a. I thought there was a teleport somewhere over here. Might be down there. Might not be able to get to it in time before the fight. But we've got a short rest. We've got our oath back. I think we're in a good spot to take on this fight. We definitely don't want to start the fight on the ground, though. Gonna go over here. All right. Let's go ahead and save. And go introduce ourselves. Let's see, do I want...
Let's get on with it.
Shadowheart. Poison. What else do I want in her? Whole person would be kind of cool. If I could land a whole person on her, that would be kind of gangster. She does have a +8 to spell attack.
Still alive, so that's progress.
What does he need? I could start doing magic weapon on my guy. If you use a magic weapon with arcane energy, the weapon becomes magical, receiving +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls. And that's concentration, which would proc my other stuff. I could start the fight with that, and then have Shadowheart bless us going into the fight. Divine Favor is... I don't know. I feel like Divine Favors... I never have like a situation where I feel like it's worth doing Divine Favor. Let's do Magic Weapon. Let's do Magic Weapon, and let's because I usually use Thunderous Smite, and that doesn't require concentration. Command doesn't even require concentration. Whole person does, though. We're gonna try Magic Weapon. And then...
Can't give up now. If everyone else minds their business, I'll be fine.
I'm pretty sure that they attack us on sight.
What's next?
When they see this guy with us. Alright, so we're gonna do this. We're actually gonna have Shadowheart stay back. And then she's going to bless him, her. Do I want that right? Well, I need to time this. Whatever. 1, 2.
Still breathing.
Get down here.
What? Gek! Got someone sneaking up on us.
Hey, what's wait, do you have anything to trade? A fish head. Speak with dead. Dude, you ate on 10 gold. You're useless, bro. Wait, does it have he's level 5. Okay, so it's I'm pretty sure all the other ones are level 5 too. That's okay.
You got a bloody rot flower for company? Must have let it get in your head. My axe will fix that in no time.
Oh, sir. I don't think you're ready for this. We're gonna do haste. We're gonna do song. And then we're gonna go in here and wreck you. Can't reach destination. What are you talking about? Sometimes the game is so weird with that shit. How you like that? Oh my goodness, dude, you're almost dead.
Bye forever, pal.
Let's see. This guy. He has Bless plus Archery, Weapon Enchantment. Let's take a look at him. Oh my goodness. He has Mage Armor. 15 AC. Advantage on saving throws against illusions and against being charmed or paralyzed. Advantage saving throws with poison. Kill a creature, spell, or gain hit. Okay. Fire damage. Sunlight sensitivity. Okay. Can I hit him with the ban? I can. 95% chance too. I think I'm just gonna banish you, bud. There you go. You enjoy that. How about that? She just destroyed that guy. It's crazy. And now you get dealt with. Oh, buddy. 2 of your homies are dead. What are you gonna do? What you gonna do, son? It's over. Too bad I can't. Do I even need this? Oh, he's level 7. Oh. Yeah, I think I need this. Okay, yeah, we need to get in position. This is not good. Can I hit over there somewhere? Additional damage. I'll do an acid just to whatever. That way when he comes back. He was getting off the boat. I can't see him. Oh, he's invisible. You dirty bastard. Where are you? I don't like you, bird. You dirty. Alright, go ahead and do invisibility. Multi-attack. Animating spores. Action. Bonus action. What? Really?
Knight to King 5.
Get over there and then do your mirror image. And then do... I don't know. Actually, wait. Mirror image is in the concentration, so... Oh, I have haste. Do not want to break haste. But you can come down here. How much AC does he have? 33 AC. Insane.
Count on me.
Spanish for one more. I really can't do anything else. I just have to kind of wait till an enemy comes up. I can turn invisible. Hello, delayed reaction.
Well, so much for peace.
If I do dash.
Time to press ahead.
Alright, let's wait for him. Level 4. Dude, you about to get wrecked. You about to get wrecked. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, homie. Yeah, I don't know. You're not really that impressive considering. Blind it. And then I'm just gonna shoot you. Wow. That was anticlimactic. You fighting Drugars? Yes, yes I am. I'm always using barrels to kill that bold one. Yeah, he went down pretty hard. My party's actually ripped him apart, honestly. Like, it's pretty interesting how strong I feel like my guys are right now. He didn't even get a turn. Oh, he's raging. He's mad. He's big mad now. Ow, you jerk. We also have to deal with this guy afterwards, I believe. I think this guy gets all, like, lost in the sauce and thinks he can take us. Yep, we did it. Yep, we did it. What do you mean by that? Okay.
The grotto may sustain but one sovereign. In the age of glut, there may be no spore. Eliminate the other sovereign.
Retribution requires righteous cause. Glut, why betray Spaw?
Fate it has earned. My circle long suffered while the Dwergar flourished. I sang to Spore for help, yet it cowered in the grotto and let my people be slaughtered. Choose, smooth mind. Help me grow a mighty circle and reap the reward, or protect the precious poltroon as it waits for the circle of glut to devour it whole.
I don't think, I think if we betray the other guys, I don't think we get to finish all the other quests, right? I mean, we get the XP for, like, wiping them out, but I also don't know. Let's see. I'm torn. I guess we could kill him, but I don't know which one to really. Mm. Mm. It is a better decision. What is? Which one? Siding with Glut or siding with Spa? Because I think if I side with Glut, doesn't that cut me off from turning in Nier's head? Yeah, see, here's the thing. Siding with the original... siding with the original colony. Okay, side with the original colony. Yeah, because if I side with this guy, I'm pretty sure it has at least some level of effect on some of the quests, and I think I also lose those vendors. And those vendors are really helpful right now. I don't want to lose access to those vendors. Plus, those vendors have a quest, too. So if I side with him and then we go kill everybody and then the vendors aren't available to even turn in that quest, I don't want to do that. Yeah, so we're just going to take care of him. He's also kind of cheeky. I mean, he's kind of... I mean, he begged for our help and then come over here, and now he's talking, like, super high and mighty, like he's... like he's something that, just gonna... Like, he doesn't need us almost. Like, I don't know about that. Like, his language is very bold. You should put some respect on my name, is what I'm trying to say, you know? All this work, he wouldn't even be here without my party.
You shall never again know home.
I have a home. I have a home. He's got a lot of HP, though. Not enough.
spectacle.
One can't always be a gentleman. On my honor.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Scale is just doing horrible things to this mushroom. Really? Really? That one little thing broke my concentration?
Glut's ambition comes full circle. From foolish inception to foolish demise.
Alright, let's not stand.
No subjects. Glut won't be mourned.
Exterminator's Axe. Deals an additional 1d6 fire damage to plants, insects, or small creatures. Okay. I don't know how useful that'll be, but... Oh, I'm overweight. I'm fat. Too fat. I'm too fat. I'm way too fat. I need to send some of this to someone else. Send this to, like... I don't know. Gale? I don't know. Carlac? Yeah, we wrecked these guys. This wasn't even a challenge, and that guy was level 7. So I think my party's just super freaking strong right now. With all the CC I have in the party. And plus to hit stuff, it's kind of nutty. I think, he didn't even get a chance to summon the zombies that he normally does. Excuse me.
What creatures live in waters this dark?
It's just Gale now. Let's go ahead and loot everything up. We'll grab that book. We'll read that later. Now I'm over encumbered again. What is on me that's so giving me... What exactly is so heavy? Oh. I have a bunch of camp supplies. There we go. That's better. Faded logbook. Adamantine forge. Doesn't even weigh anything. I do need to go craft that weapon at some point.
Copper for your thoughts.
No, I didn't even mean to actually talk to you. I was trying to loot. And how dare you? My thoughts are worth way more than a copper. Arrows. We got the teleport. Alright, so the next thing... We could go to the next, on the little boat ride. We could go down there, but I think I'm going to save that till later. I think I'm going to do that after I do the tower area. Man, this place has a bunch of books. I hope they like give me something for reading them. It's not just nonsense. There's a hole here.
Nothing but rocks.
What are all these holes for?
The wall is riddled with holes. A suffocating stench of long rotten meat wafts.
Gross. Are you going to Grimforce today? Probably not. I think I'm gonna go to the tower first. The tower area, you know? I feel like that might be the better route. But, yeah, I feel like that might be the better route. We could inspect the holes or just reach in the holes. Let's inspect them. Oh, great. Thanks, Shadowheart. Appreciate you for all the help. Thank you so much. Oh, I still got it. Straight roll got it.
You recognize the odor. The foul scent of carrion crawlers.
Gross.
Centipede-like aberrations that feast on the dead. At one time, these caverns must have been their banquet hall. The creatures are either long gone or waiting patiently in the darkness.
That's... Yeah, reach in the hole. Why not? Because of the special spear. No? What special spear? I don't think I know what special spear you're talking about. Special spear. I'm gonna reach into this hole, see what happens.
The passage narrows and bends.
Nothing. Okay. Oh, this is... I think this is the area over here. But... let's go down here real quick and loot all this over here, and then we'll... make our way to the tower. We actually need to turn in the... that plant we got. Okay, thanks for that. Am I gonna lose HP now? I jumped up here. I can't jump down without taking HP damage. This is nonsense. Oh, I can go up though. There we go. The spear from that tower. I don't remember a spear from the tower. I remember there being a robot up there. And quest-related things. I also remember that there were some magical items that were worth picking up from the tower. I don't remember there being anything like a spear. There's a staff in the tower in the basement. Or are you talking about maybe he has a spear? The robot? Not sure. The robot had that spear. Oh, the robot spear. Yeah, I don't remember that spear being all that special. I could be wrong though. I'll take a look at it. I don't know if it really fits into any of my bills. I'm gonna wait for Shadowheart to catch up. Where's everyone else? We could fight the bull. This is the tower right here.
This is the work of a ballet.
A perfect
land
ring
shark.
of mushrooms. Nature or magic?
Aw, I was hoping for a treat.
Half the Strauss body's been crushed. Must have fallen from pretty high up.
A lot of dead drows in the inner dark.
What's that now?
All right. We've got the portal to come back over here if we want. Let's see. I don't remember.
Better watch out.
Okay, I'll watch out. Chill, bro. Chill. Holy crap, it's already on me. I don't remember what I did to do. This has lightning vulnerability. $10 AC. It's not that strong. I guess I could probably kill with lightning spells. Dude, you need to chill.
No rest for the wicked, I see.
Gale, why are you all the way back over here, bro? What are you doing? Holy moly. Alright. Chill. He does have shocking grasp. I could come over here. And just, you know, blow this thing up. Maybe, potentially. Wait, does that just have unlimited uses? I can just do that once per turn for bonus action. It doesn't seem to spot this guy, though, so that seems to mean invisibility doesn't... It can't see through invisibility. So... Oh, man. Oh, excuse me. Could have swore I had a... Yeah, I do. Do I even need that, though? I could probably just... Like, I could go turn-based. Click my heels. Like Dorothy. And then just run over here. Before it can shoot me. Because I think so, right? And then I could turn base, click my heels. Go over here. This might be a bad idea. This might be a really bad idea, actually.
A long way to go still.
Ow. Wait, why you get to hit me twice? That seems unfair. Can I just attack this thing? It's immune to psychic and poison. And it's resistant to the rest. It only has 2 HP left, though. I'm just gonna shock it. There you go. How you like that?
Right away.
And then just drink a potion. Hey, that's freaking cheating, bro. I didn't even see you there. Didn't even see you there. Turn base. Click our heels. Come over here. Better not be another one hiding somewhere where I can't see. Exit.
A spell a day.
Sturdy. It's probably gonna hit him a few times. Won't kill him though. Gale getting lit up. Wait, why did its HP go all the way back up? Okay. I need... Actually, let's split these. Confirm. And then give these to Gale. So he can drink some more.
Quite. Mine for the taking.
Bronze ingot. You can pass your way into the tower by using your lockpicking character and then just disable the turrets from inside. Yeah, there's also pretty sure there's a way to go the back way too. Why
not?
Can I do this? I have Dex. No, I can't do this, can I? Try one more time. There we go. Skybreaker, what is this? It's a light weapon with searing smite attached to it. Huh. What do you know? What do you know? What do you know? What do you know? Getting all kind of goodies out here. Can bring the rest of the party now. Yeah, I just used Gale to get the turrets down. These first few turrets are annoying. They're just right here. But, let's get the party back together. Let's get the gang all here. And I think we'll...
Wizard's Tower is his sanctum. Private place for research and respite. But as this wizard's not home, I say we take a peek.
How very practical of you, Gale. Yeah, I think we're gonna go around the back. I think that's what we're gonna do. Because Gale has some good stuff to help us with this. He's got some really good spells. He's got enhanced leap. And he has Featherfall.
With haste.
Wait, what? Target's too far away.
What's that?
It's a hole.
Bar? Too small for me.
Okay, got it, Gale. Got it. Chill.
My.
All right.
Let's have a peek inside.
Gonna get into the tower, turn off all the turrets. We're gonna take this, which is really bad for our magic.
That's curious.
I think there's like a trick you can do too with this whole anti-magic hub. Oh, Troll of Fear. You can like place them on the ground, but I think it only really works in Underdark. I don't think I think I tried it before to take it out of the Underdark, and when you do that, it doesn't seem to work very well. Plus, I don't think it also doesn't work in like Act 3. But it would be pretty interesting to, like, I don't know, use this on like a big fight or something. Just completely nullify someone's magic ability. Be kind of cheesy.
Come on, let's go.
All right, Karlak. Open sesame.
To the left and
Why does Shadowheart refuse to give guidance anymore? What is going on? Why is she such a selfish bitch? Oh, because you can't. Because it's anti-magic. Okay. Alright, I apologize. I'm so sorry, Shadowheart. I didn't mean to... Well, actually, no, you are actually kind of a bitch. Never mind. I was gonna say, you know... You just... It wasn't your fault this time. I'll put it that way. Alright, we gotta put the, we gotta get rid of these things. Gotta get rid of these things, man. Where are they? I think they're on Gale, actually. I think Gale has them. Uh-oh, what you do? The elevators are active now. There goes the turrets. We put in the right code on the pad for the security, the ADT home security. It turned off all their security measures. The cameras are still on, though. All right. I'm gonna drop this because I don't want. It's kind of not great for me to have an anti-magic zone just following me around, you know? I kind of depend on my magic a lot. I don't think there's a way we can go into the basement early. I think there's this door right here, but I don't think we can go down there. Yeah, there's nothing to perceive. All right, let's loot it up. Loot it up. Let's go. Let's loot it. Let's take everything that's not nailed down. Get our 5-finger discount. Carry on. Pretty sure there was a quest here too. Weren't we supposed to get some sort of fungus mushroom to like trip balls with our squid buddy friend that's gonna attempt to talk to our brain worm, the Illithid, back at the camp? Pretty sure he's gonna do that. But yeah. All right, but it's getting late. It's very late my time, so I'm gonna call it right here, and then the next session we'll go in, do the tower, we'll fight the boss at the top of the tower, we'll do all that. And then hopefully next time I stream we can actually make it to the Grimforge. And the Grimforge will be a very long quest line. There's a bunch of people to fight there. We get new armor upgrades. We get to do the whole mechanical fight with the boss. That'll be fun. But I'm going to head out. So everybody that joined, appreciate it. Come back and we'll do it again, and then we'll also, as the we earlier we also had the debate panel. We did a little bit, a little bit of a kind of an interview review. We do still have that debate with Brian Shapiro versus Jay Dyer. I'd like to take a look at. Might take a look at that next stream just to check it out. But yeah, well, there's my dog. He wants to go out, so. Like I said, have a good night, guys. God bless, and I'll see you next time.